We just had our first snow of 2025 on November 9th, and it's not going to hang around very long, but one of the big things we wanted to do with the garage behind me here was make sure we could wash a car in winter. We're certainly not there yet, but that's what this episode is all about, trying to get our wash bay set up so we can wash the snow and salt off the cars in the winter. Let's get inside and get to it. All right, guys, so you join me on the patio here. We're just gonna walk inside and kind of show you what we've got going on. We've got a lot of mess all over the place. There are projects going like crazy, but it is nice to get into this nice warm garage. But this is the area we're going to be focusing on today, and it is all about getting our pressure washer wall, vacuum wall, everything set up. So this cabinet here is eventually actually going to go over here next to the door because we're going to put a refrigerator right there. But back in this corner here, you can see the PEX coming out of the floor. This is soft water. And so this is going to be our supply line for the pressure washer wall here. We also have dedicated 20 amp outlets as well as a high amperage outlet so that we can potentially put in a water heater later and actually do a heated pressure washer if we wanted to. So we're gonna paint this board. We're gonna start laying some things out on the board so we can get spacing correct. And we're gonna put that board on the wall somewhere here. We need your help figuring out how high to mount it for what we're all gonna put on it. But let's get cleaned up here. We had a little party in the garage yesterday, so a little bit to get cleaned up. But let's get cleaned up here. Let's start painting the board, and then we'll start laying out the actual equipment, like the pressure washer, that we're gonna put on the board so that we can figure out where along the wall it's gonna go.
So welcome back to the pressure washer area, and I wanted to show you guys something that's going to save you a ton of money up front as well as in the long term for your wash bay area and one of your main consumables other than soap and product that you're using on the car every single day, and that is your deionizing system. This is the VEVOR Deionizing system, and we will have links in the description to all of the products in this video down below. But this is going to save you a ton of money compared to like name brand, CR Spotless, not just upfront cost on that purchase price of the CR Spotless versus this VEVOR, but also in the future for your refills and everything like that. It also has a parts per million monitor. You can also do a secondary parts per million monitor to just verify that this is working accurately. But let's do an unboxing to show you what you get in the box that is going to be one of your main consumables for your wash bay, or if you don't have a dedicated wash bay like I do, just your overall car washing system. Let's get this thing unboxed. All right, so the system itself is going to be extremely similar to the CR Spotless system. I mean, the CR Spotless is a great product. It's got great reviews. This is just a little bit less from an upfront cost, and it also will save you money in the long run from an overall resin replacement. They do very similar resin replacements to the other system. So this is the wheeled version, but the overall system can absolutely mount to the wall. So you've got the wheels. The link in the description below will be for this exact unit that I bought. You've got the wrench to take the canisters off. There's a number of different things in here. You get Teflon tape, the gaskets that go to each of the systems. You also get hose splitting bibs. I think I'm going to do some actual different fittings that are going to go into the unit. I will, once we hook it up on the wall, I'll put all that in the description as well. You also get your parts per million monitoring system. So you're basically checking how much particulate is still in the water after it flows through. Kind of want to change the filters after you get to about that 10, 15, 20 parts per million setting. It all depends on what your incoming water is, how long these are going to last. So mine, I think, is right around like a 150 to 200 parts per million coming into the system. So it should last quite a long time. But one of the big things with this system compared to the CR Spotless is it's going to last much longer. So this is all your hoses, your bypass as well. So basically, these guys have it bypassing where you hook up another hose and shut these valves open and closed to send it past it if you don't want to use deionized water. Certainly capable of doing that, but we're going to build our own system anyways, but that's what this box is here. So let's get the main unit and frame out. And we will cut this open. Saran wrap here. There we go. So this is the actual system, and you can see it comes with this powder-coated steel plate that has the holes through it already, so you can already just go ahead and mount it to the wall. The system itself also gives you, and I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's a in versus an out, and the in, out, in, and then it goes out the other side. This is your bung for your parts per million tester, because it's going to be on that side. But this comes with, it looks like, some brass fittings here that you can basically screw and thread right into and get this thing mounted on the wall. So with the overall system here, what we are going to do is get this mounted as high as possible. And I have another product unboxing that we're going to do here on the next episode. That is going to be the combination hose reel, pressure washer shelf, kind of everything included that this is going to go below. So these will hang below this 4x8 sheet of plywood once we get it painted. But the overall goal for this is to be as little cost as possible to still wash in the garage in the winter, which we've gotten below freezing now. You saw the snow outside. So we really need to get cranking on this project to be able to mount this to the wall and then mount this to this 3/4 inch plywood wall. So overall, pretty simple system. Again, links in the description below, but this is going to save you a ton of money compared to the CR Spotless system on your upfront cost, as well as when you have to take these off and redo the resin because your parts per million is getting too high.
So I wanted to give you a visual of how this is going to look when it's on the wall. Obviously, this is going to hang lower when we get the actual CDX plywood mounted on the wall. And this is going to hang down so we can change these filters out and cartridges out when our parts per million gets too high. But the thing I wanted to show you is this cabinet from New Age is just a little bit below 7 feet. Now I'm 6 feet tall. I can reach to about 8 feet up above if I stand on my tiptoes. So what I think we're gonna do is this corner here is we're going to mount that at right about 7 feet. So just about equal with this. And one of the reasons that is because most of what we're going to mount on this is going to be changed from down below. So we want as much equipment as possible at working height as possible. Now, all the outlets, I'd really love to see all of the wires for the pressure washer, for the vacuums run straight across to get to here so we can clean it up really nicely. This piece of hose is going to go straight up, and then we'll go over into the pressure washer system as well as a hose spigot and everything like that. That will come in another episode when we will design all of that. But I think 7 feet is gonna be ideal for this, so we're not reaching too terribly tall to turn the pressure washer on, turn the vacuum on, whatever we're doing. This is going to be a killer setup. So this is gonna go on this side. We're gonna do deionizing system, valving to send it where we want to send it. Then we're going to have the hose reel, combination shelf hose reel, and the pressure washer on top of that. So that'll be up here. And then we'll just basically reach right up here to turn that on from that system.
Thanks so much for watching this episode. Again, if you have any questions on the VEVOR system, put them down in the comments below. We've got links in the description to it below. If you have any questions on what's upcoming, just stay tuned for another episode. There are plenty of episodes around this. I'm probably gonna end up doing like 4 to 5 different episodes on this pressure washer wall because we are gonna pack this 4x8 sheet of plywood with so much stuff, as well as a different wall covering to go all the way around to help protect this drywall from all the moisture that's gonna be in this area. So, if you have any questions at all, put them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Detached Garage. I hope you're enjoying this journey. If you haven't seen the other episodes, go back and watch them. I'll put the playlist button up here. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next episode.